Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to look at some of the nutrients that can help your brain get a big time boost, and let's explore these nutrients together. One of the ones is fish oils. So fish oil is an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids. Some of the most essential ones are DHA and EPA. Now, DHA and EPA, these fatty acids play a very crucial role in the brain and are associated with various functions and benefits, especially including brain function and longevity. DHA, for instance, and it's an essential structural component of the brain, and it makes a portion of the brain cell membrane by itself. EPA, on the other hand, is believed to have the anti-inflammatory benefits and effects which can help with better brain health, reducing cognitive decline, reducing things like neurodegenerative diseases, and the science is all over this place. Studies have shown that omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, can help improve cognition, cognitive function, mood, memory, and it also reduces your risk of things like neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and dementia. Now, in addition to brain health, omega-3 fatty acids also have shown to improve heart health and reduce inflammation and reduce the risk of getting other chronic diseases. Now, to incorporate more of this healthy fish oil into your diet, you can try having things like fatty fish. I like to eat salmon, I like to eat mackerels, or if you don't want such big of a fish, you can eat sardines. Alternatively, you can also supplement with a fish oil supplement. But please make sure that you choose a good brand, because most of the fish oils out there, the oil becomes oxidized, and that is not a good news for us. The next one I want to talk about is alpha linoleic acid, which is often termed as ALA. And alpha linoleic acid is a plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, and it has shown many benefits, especially for the brain. One of the key benefits of ALA is its ability to increase something called as BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is a protein that promotes the growth and survival of our brain cells. Well, BDNF is extremely essential. It's extremely essential for learning, for memory, for communication between brain cells, and low levels of BDNF have been shown to increase things like brain disorders, things like Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, all those things that we don't need. Avocados are a great source of ALA, and they also contain vitamin K, which is amazing. Vitamin K helps prevent blood clots in the brain, and it also helps us improve our attention span, which we really need, because the last time I checked, most of us have an attention span of 3.5 seconds, and that's not a good news, especially for brain performance. Another way of consuming more ALA is by consuming walnuts. Now, walnuts also have something called as vitamin E, folate, and extra antioxidants, which is good for you. Next thing I want you to try is extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil is also a very good source of ALA, alpha linoleic acid, and it has been shown to improve things like cognitive function and even memory in older adults. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that higher intake of ALA is associated with better cognitive performance, especially in older adults. So researchers have found that participants with a higher ALA in their blood have better cognitive function, they improve their memory, they improve their attention, they improve their performance, and they even improve their language abilities, which is unique. So I highly encourage you, if you're looking for brain health, longevity, peak performance, add ALA into your diet. The next one I want to talk about is beetroot juice. Now, beetroot juice has been linked to longevity and to brain health because it has a very high concentration of a compound called nitrates. What are nitrates? Nitrates are compounds that can be converted into nitric oxide, and you might have heard of nitric oxide before. What nitric oxide does is that it increases blood flow and oxygen delivery to the brain. This leads to better cognitive function and overall brain health. In addition, beetroot juice has also been found to lower our blood pressure, which is also a very significant risk for heart diseases, and it leads to all-cause mortality all over the world. So by reducing our blood pressure, beetroot juice can contribute to improved longevity and overall health. Studies all over the world have shown that beetroot juice can also lower down inflammation and oxidative stress, which can be linked to things like diseases, especially neurological diseases and cognitive decline. One study published in the Journal of Nitric Oxide found that a single dose of beetroot juice can increase the blood flow into the frontal lobe of the brain, which is responsible for most of our decision making and cognitive performance and processing. Another study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging found that consuming beetroot juice for over 4 weeks can improve the cognitive function in older adults. Let's look at one of my favorite things, bone broth. Bone broth, if you did not know, is made by simmering animal bones and connective tissues, usually for a long period of time. This process is beautiful because it extracts valuable nutrients such as collagen, such as glycine, such as gelatin, and these are essential amino acids which are great for our overall health. I personally am a fan of glycine. I think it's one of the things that can help you reverse your aging, and in the brain, glycine has been shown to enhance our memory consolidation. If you don't know what memory consolidation is, it's the process of transferring new acquired information into long-term memory. And I also like glycine because it has a calming effect on the brain, and I take it before sleeping because it can help with sleep quality, which is again amazing for brain health, right? And also for longevity. Now, bone broth is also very good because it is a high source of minerals, and most of us are mineral depleted. Minerals such as calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, which are really essential for us to build extremely strong bones and extremely strong brains. So another thing that I like about bone broth is glucosamine and chondroitin, which help support our joint health. They help reduce inflammation and have been linked to reducing things like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, which negatively impact brain health. Therefore, I highly encourage you to incorporate more bone broth in your diet. You can get so many health benefits, things like improved memory, better sleep, reduce inflammation, and truly a healthier brain for a very long time. Let's talk about berries. Now, I personally love berries, and there's a reason for it, not just because of the taste, but berries are a great source of antioxidants called flavonols and polyphenols. You might have heard about this before, but what they do is reduce oxidative stress in the brain. Think of oxidative stress as a condition that occurs when there are so many free radicals, and these free radicals cause damage to our tissues. This damage can lead to inflammation, which can contribute to things like Alzheimer's and neurodegenerative diseases. And we don't really want that. So we want to use more berries and utilize their antioxidant capacity to neutralize these free radicals, reduce our risk of oxidative stress. And studies have shown us that consuming berries can also improve our cognitive function and reduce the risk of cognitive decline, especially with aging. And this truly makes it a very good brain superfood. Next, let's talk about cacao. Now, cacao contains several compounds that are very good for your brain and for your longevity. It has flavonols, which is a type of polyphenol that can improve our cognitive function. It also improves attention, memory, and processing speed. Flavonols are beautiful because they help reduce inflammation, help improve blood flow to the brain, and they enhance the effectiveness of our brain cells. Furthermore, I also like cacao because it has a compound called epicatechin. So what does epicatechin do? It has found to do so many things. First of all, it helps promote new neurons, and these new neurons can improve the connection between the brain cells itself. Cacao is also really good for magnesium, and most of us are magnesium deficient. So having higher levels of magnesium means you have lower levels of dementia and cognitive decline. I also like cacao because it's got procyanidins. These procyanidins have a protective compound on our sleep, our activity, and they also boost our brain health. Now, let's look at another essential nutrient that no one talks about. It is choline. Now, choline is really good for memory and cognitive function. Studies, in fact, show that choline supplementation can improve memory and attention in adults, especially the ones who are a bit more older. Choline truly helps us produce a neurotransmitter, which is responsible for memory and learning, and it is called acetylcholine. What can we do to have more choline in our lives? Well, eggs and broccoli are excellent source of choline. One large egg approximately contains 147 micrograms of choline, and broccoli contains about 62 micrograms of choline. So when you have choline-rich foods, it can help support your longevity and brain performance. I sometimes even supplement with choline. The next thing I want to talk about is turmeric, which is a traditional spice. Traditional because it's been used in South Asian cuisines for about thousands of years. And what does modern science tell us? Modern science tells us that all those Asian guys knew something was going on, because now turmeric is being used for its medicinal properties. And not just turmeric, there is a bioactive compound in turmeric called curcumin. And curcumin is I would say it's one of the world's most powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant compounds. And what happens is chronic inflammation is one of the leading causes of brain-related decline. And curcumin helps us in reducing that inflammation and protecting the brain against oxidative stress, damage, and other things. Now, when we look at the science side of things, studies have shown us that curcumin increases a protein in our brain called brain-derived neurotrophic factor. And this thing called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, helps in growth of neurons and survival of neurons in the brain. When we have low levels of BDNF, it's commonly associated with higher risk of neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Curcumin also has shown to enhance memory and attention, especially in older adults. And lastly, turmeric or curcumin has shown to have a protective effect in our nervous system, because it can cause and move around and get into a special thing in the brain, which we learned about earlier, which is the blood-brain barrier. And when it gets there, it protects neurons from any oxidative stress, damage, and any toxins as well. Some studies also show us that curcumin can even reverse cognitive decline in people with Alzheimer's disease. So overall, I would say include a bit more turmeric into your life. And if you really want to biohack things, then just get a supplement with curcumin, a pure curcumin extract. All right, let's look at some more nutrients. I know we've gone through so much. Let's bring a few more and we can close this. Conjugated linoleic acid. Now, this is not like the ALA. This is called a CLA. This is a fatty acid that has shown and in multiple studies have helped people lose weight and help with their immune function. You can get CLA from consuming meat of cows, sheep, and goat. That's where it originally comes from. Then I mentioned something earlier, butyrate. Now, butyrate is an essential fat which we can find in cheese, butter, and milk. In addition to that, butyrate helps lower inflammation in the brain and is a super nutrient when it comes to optimization of our gut bacteria. The next one is glutathione. Now, glutathione is often being called the master antioxidant of our body. Glutathione is so potent, and the thing is, you can get it from a supplement form or from natural foods. Let's look at some of the natural foods that you can eat. Things like broccoli, things like cauliflower, things like arugula, even whey protein, to be honest, it's got some of those peptides that can convert into glutathione. Avocados, Brazil nuts, grass-fed meat, liver. I hope you're taking notes. And what happens is glutathione optimization is not the same for everyone. There are certain genotypes, which I am one of those genotypes. Generally, I have a missing gene that helps with glutathione production. So I need to take even extra caution to increase my glutathione levels. So you could find out your genome status by doing a DNA scan, or just make sure you have enough of glutathione in your life. The best way to take glutathione is a liposomal supplement.